Hey everybody, it is Saturday morning and I am invited to participate in a collab with the fabulous Gina Pearson and the awesome Bless Jess, and I will put their links below for you to check them out because they're also doing this. It is a collaboration for a Pantry Purge, and I'm so grateful for that because I really need to do that. This would be my shopping day, and what I would do is go to the store, go shopping for more food, and then not be able to stick it in my fridge or my cupboards because they're already full. So I really needed a challenge here to try to get in there this week and use up what I have. So I'm going to try to use up the stuff in my pantry, my fridge, my freezer, and my stock, and just draw from my stock, So I may have to get something like milk or something that's right now 3 days a week I do a lot of fresh fruits and produce, and so I might need to go get some more of those. But anything else like the staples, pasta, everything, I'm just going to really try to use as much as possible of what I have. And I'm also inviting as many of you to do this with us. So you don't have to be another YouTuber. You can just put it in the comments, how yours is coming along. Are you cleaning up your pantry? Are you using it this week? Are you saving money? Put it aside, Are you coming up with some really interesting recipes? So I'd really love to know that. If you want to participate, please share what you're doing and your meals. And, I just really want to, hopefully this will inspire somebody else to go into their pantries and use their stock as well. So anyway, let me show you what I got. And I have to tell you, in the words of Lisa from Lisa's Country Kitchen, don't judge me, y'all, okay? All right, so I have some IKEA shelves. My pantry is actually not as big as a lot of people because I had to split it up. When we moved to this home, we actually gave up a little space. So we had to be a little more creative with, how we went about to do this. So anyway, this is my pantry here. The place on top here is normally where maybe people would put cereal, but that's where I put all my pharmaceuticals and, aspirin, things like that. So down here, this is actually my pantry. So up here, I don't really mess with too much unless I need to get something, because this is where I keep like my fibers, and we keep nutritional yeast, psyllium husk, protein powders and stuff. Those kinds of supplemental things go up here. And so my husband gets into there a lot. I only do it once in a while. And then this is a real wreck right here. I actually don't have enough space for this, or maybe I do have enough space, I just need to get rid of stuff. These are all my flours, and I think the reason why it's so full is because I have regular flours and sugars, and then gluten-free flours as well. And so those gluten-free ones really add up, and I have like a ton of that kind of stuff in there. And as you can see, whenever I get in here, I have to take this bucket out and just pick stuff out. And then I went to visit my mom, and I couldn't find these anywhere in town, and I loaded up on a ton of these butter buns here because they're like super low in points, and you can use them on potatoes and stuff like that. I have yet to use them though. So okay, what am I going to do with that? I better either start using them, or I feel like I'm probably going to start cleaning some things out this week as well that I can no longer use. All right, so then I have this drawer here, and this is like my baking goods. You can see there's lots of like frosting now these have like half-used tubs and stuff like that, but the thing is that sometimes when I make something for the kids and they don't eat it, I'll smear like a super micro thin layer of frosting on top of it and they'll eat it. So that's why I keep those. I just have like my baking mixes and my sugars and things like that. Those go here. I have a lot of like, jellos and things like that. So those go in here too. I've got some like, molasses and stuff like that. So it's mostly like baking things. And then this here is overflow of baking things, and let me turn this around and show you. Each one of these shelves is going to be like overflow, and it didn't start out that way, but so these things, see, I ended up having like miscellaneous things, dried tomatoes, chips. And then I end up having things like, you know, I keep my syrups in here, my different types of syrups. Oh, that's interesting. Forgot about that. I've got more Jellos here. They're sugar-free. Some extra tomato sauce. This is normally where I keep my soups and things like that here. So I have like a lot of stuff here that some of these might be expired. If they're expired, I'm going to toss them. But lots of things that I could actually add to, you know, pasta and make the. I have some canned goods in here, and I can make different sorts of dishes out of stuff like that. Then down here, this is supposed to be my canned food. It started out as my canned food haul right in here, but as you can see, I overflow some of my, you know, my baked goods and my beans and things like that. There's some marshmallows, so all of those are in here. I've got a lot of tuna and canned fish in here. I've got a lot of beans in here, so I really don't have any reason to go shopping, you know, this week. And then down here on the bottom, I can't pull it out, but down here are all my grits, my beans, and my rice. So I've got like a tons of those types of starchy staples down there. So this is just chock full to the brim. So I'm just going to have to get in there and then overflow from that pantry over here. This actually used to be a like a TV. You know, we used to keep our TV in this hutch, and then when we moved here, we needed another little pantry, and I think we're going to eventually buy another one from IKEA, but we ended up using this one, and so this is where I keep the snacks and the dry goods. And what I ended up doing was getting a shoe rack, and I just stuck it in here, and that was supposed to be a temporary fix, but it ended up, you know, being what I use now. It works just fine. So I've got, you know, tons of crackers. I've got lots of cereals and snacks, popcorn, pastas in there. I literally have like a million peanut butter jars, you know, so we just really need to use those. And the reason why is because there's my PB Fit on the bottom. We all use different ones. Isaiah doesn't like, he likes chunky. Sometimes the other kids don't like peanut butter, or they don't like the chunky ones. My husband doesn't like the chunky ones, so I end up getting like tons of peanut butter, and then some drinks and things like that. So these I'm gonna have to use. The protein bars up here, and of course there's some few little chips in there. So that is full pretty much. And then let's go over here to I have my spices up in this area here, so they're all just separated up here. So my savory spices are here, my sweet spices are here, and then my cupcake baking things go on the very top. And I'm doing okay with that. But here's the fridge. And so here's the door. I mean, I've got all these sauces here. I have a ton of dressings, and that's one thing. Every time I go to the store, I constantly buy more dressings, and I really don't need to do that. So I have dressings here, although this one of my viewers had recommended this, and I'm really looking forward to having that. This, you know, do you ever do this where you like buy something and it tastes horrible, but because you took one taste, you can't throw it away? It's like, that's this. I don't like this at all. I'm hoping somebody else does and I can give it to them, but I will never buy that one again. It doesn't taste good to me. And I keep my spreads, more of my spreads here, and most of my drinks up here on top. We usually keep these. I have a fridge in the garage where I keep drinks and some overflow and produce. And so I only keep a few of them here because I don't want to be drinking them all day instead of water. So I've got a lot of things in here. I usually buy hummus like every time I go to the store, and then I never use it. So I'm going to get into the hummus. And incidentally, this black bean one is 2 points for 2 tablespoons, which is really good. And then my flatbreads and tortillas and things like that and baked goods will go here. Then I usually have more vegetables down here, all of these veggies. I've got some chicken breasts here that's defrosting. This side, there's fruit, unless I need overflow for, look at that. See, I will buy things like this. This is cactus. with the intention of, oh, it's so healthy, I'm gonna eat it, and then I'll leave it in my fridge until it gets rotten, and then I'll throw it away. So I need to have it. Here's my veggies, some more veggies. I've got lots of turmeric, ginger here. This is my meat and cheese drawer. Really need to get used, and I have like a bazillion things of the fat-free cheese back here. My husband said, do you know you have like 3 or 4 packs of fat-free cheese? And I'm like, yeah, I know. Yet every time I go to the store, I'm like, I need fat-free cheese. What for? Because I just need it in my drawer. Okay, and then I have all my nuts I keep in the fridge so they don't go rancid. So I have my sunflower seeds, nuts, all that kind of stuff over here in this drawer. Now, I really need to ask you not to judge my freezer, please. It's the worst, in the worst shape. And it's pretty big. And the thing is that down in here, I cannot even show you what's down here because I have separated everything, vegetables and fruits, and then meats over here, and meat substitutes. But it got so loaded that they kind of overflowed into each one, and so now I can't even show you. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff down there that I just need to throw away, you know what I mean? And so I need to get down in there, and that's not all. I have this drawer here, and so once I start moving that around, I can't even close it. So I need to get in here. A lot of this stuff really is my purees for fruit smoothies and things like that, or ice cream for the kids or for myself. And that goes up in here, but I think there's probably other things in there. So this is chock full. I need to get in here. Lots of veggies in there. All right, and then out on my windowsill over in this corner, I will always have fruit ripening on the windowsill or just below it. So, I mean, that's just always going to be where I have that. Or I have it over here on the counter for quick and easy access for us. And then also down here by the sink, I usually keep the bread nearby, near the sink or so. And then that's most of the bread. I mean, if there's a lot, I'll put some in the freezer in the garage. But this is like the stuff that, you know, I know my husband can just grab this and make the kids a sandwich, or I can, you know what I mean, if they get hungry. So, okay, that is all my, I mean, now you've seen me without makeup. And now you've seen the inside of my pantry. So I'm just, here I am like an open book for you guys. But anyway, I really, really hope you will join me in this pantry purge, and this week make a commitment to using up what you have at home. And please go check out those wonderful ladies at their other channels, because they are also doing this and they'll give you some inspiration. So I hope I can inspire you this week. All right, that's it, and love you guys a lot, and I'll see you soon.